What's up, y'all? Now I'm gonna talk about something that is really kind of pissing me off, and what I'm talking about is that society nowadays, with all this, woke that, with these movies, with different things. Okay, I'm put it like this. I'm gonna talk about this subject about Rachel Zegler. She's supposed to be playing Snow White. This new adaptation of the new Snow White in this Disney movie that's supposed to be coming out. And she's been very kind of she's been making certain comments that's really been hitting her social media and different interviews she's been doing, certain comments and stuff. I'll put it like this. She's been saying things like the prince and Snow White, basically like who she loved, like basically he was a stalker. She said she didn't like Snow White when she was growing up. It actually scared her. She was really being serious about that. She was saying that I guess she went on a ride in Disney World and called it Snow White's Frightening Adventures or something like that. Scariest Adventures, something like that, she said. First of all, I'm like, if you didn't like this movie or you were so scared of it, why you doing it? That's one. Why you took it? That's one. Two, if you're gonna be in a movie of that type of magnitude, that's like me playing maybe Superman or Batman or something like that, or Black Panther or Blade or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Which I don't see me playing Batman or Superman because the how those men looked. I don't look like that. I see myself playing maybe a Blade or Black Panther, you know, or Green Lantern. I can see myself playing that because of my color or something like that with her. Because this is my thing I'm trying to get to. Whatever the original was, I put like this. Whatever the original was, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Whatever made that character famous, I don't care if he was black, I don't care if he's white, I don't care if he's Spanish, I don't care what character or what nationality or what race he was, that's what made it famous. If you're gonna change anything, make sure you're changing for the better. Where the people that fell in love with it, or their forefathers and foremothers that fell in love with it before them, and what they watched when they was a kid or when they was grown or whatever they watched, make sure it's basically what they liked and what made that character famous. It's not rocket science. You know what I'm saying? That's with anything that people like, whatever. You don't see people sit up there and say, "Oh, well, let's do Miami Vice." Everybody know about Miami Vice. You know, Crockett and Tubbs. Crockett was a white guy. Tubbs was a black guy. Okay, let's say do a reenactment or they revamp Miami Vice and they hire two black guys or they hire two white guys to play the parts. It's not gonna work. What made Miami Vice was its diversity. What made Miami Vice is because of what made what the original was, what made it a success. So when you do a reenactment of those characters, you want to keep it kind of close. Okay, I can see you might compress a little issue. Okay, the guy was white that played as Crockett. Okay, let him be Spanish or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Asian. It might not work, but if you pull it off, it might work. But don't make him black. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with a black guy. Don't make him white. You know what I'm saying? You might can pull it off, being someone like he might be Samoan or something like that, but you can't go too far off the original script. You know what I'm saying? But back to talking about this girl, Rachel Zegler. It's almost like she's I didn't see anybody really going to watch it anyway, because instead of seven dwarves, there's like seven people. I think there's only one dwarf that's in the movie. That right there would have toned it off. She's supposed to be so independent now, where like she don't need a man to save her. She can save herself. So the prince is in it, but he's like basically just her love interest, just her boyfriend or whatever, and that's it. He don't save her. Basically, she saves herself. So people who originally liked Snow White ain't gonna really like that. This is my thing about it. You can make whatever movie you want to make. I'm gonna give an example. The Wizard of Oz. Now I'm a black person. When I was coming up, I love the Wizard of Oz. You know what I'm saying? But during that time, black people wanted their version of Wizard of Oz because there was no black people that represent them in Wizard of Oz. You know what I'm saying? The original one with Julie Garland and all them, okay? So what black folks did, they made their own version. But they didn't call it the Wizard of Oz. They didn't say, oh, this is the Wizard of Oz that was originally made. What they said, they called it The Wiz. Anybody know that movie called The Wiz? It was with Diana Ross, played as Dorothy. Yeah, Michael Jackson plays the Scarecrow, and others and so on and so on. Actually, Richard Pryor played as the Wiz, the Wizard. You feel me? But the point I'm making is that they made their own version. But see, when you make your own version, you can still say Wizard of Oz. You can say this and that, whatever. I want to say in that movie, The Wiz, they only called him the Wizard maybe a couple of times, but they would say The Wiz. You know what I'm saying? He's a whiz and he lives in That's how it went. So they did a reenactment of it, a different take on it. That's what I'm saying. You can do it, but see where they messed up at. First of all, you got the same company that did the original movie. First of all, before I go on that, do you know that Snow White was the first animated movie that won what's like Oscar or stuff like that, whatever? And to have the leading actress that's playing Snow White say that Prince, the prince that was supposed, the prince that's in the movie, the prince of the Snow White, that he was a stalker. So basically saying that Snow White was so gullible that she couldn't defend herself to a stalker, so she ended up falling in love with him. Like this, what you trying to say? And she's young. So going off on that, then it gets to a point where she says, or she goes even further and saying more other stuff. My thing about it is that you could do your own different version, but show respect to the original. Even if you didn't really like it, and then if you didn't, whatever, you still show respect. That's a problem nowadays. You have a lot of people, especially a lot of young people, but are we all guilty of this because you got some adults that do this too, that are middle age or older, that don't show respect to what come before them. You got to show respect to what comes before you because, first of all, if she really want to play that role, okay, she got the role because she knows it's going to be a big hit for her and that she's going to get what? Screen time and stuff like that. She's going to be famous off it. But you didn't like the movie originally. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, now you shooting yourself in your own shooting yourself in the foot. So I'm gonna put it like this. Know what you're talking about in your content before you start talking about different things. Because you can really mess up your career by the things that come out your mouth. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. You know what I'm saying? And with her not showing respect about this movie, it's gonna really hurt her in the long run. I don't know if she's gonna bounce back from this, and she's so young, she's about 22, 23. But it's not really so much what she said, but it is a little bit. But it's the condescendingness and how she looked when she said it. Ooh, it's bad, y'all. It's bad. Trying to think what I was trying to say. another thing, it's like, okay, if you didn't like the movie originally, why did you go for the role? Well, we know why. We know why. Snow White. Come on. To me, it's like you couldn't find an actress that actually likes Snow White. That's your respect. You know what I'm saying? To the original content. Like Henry Cavill with Superman. He loves Superman. So, of course, he's going to show respect about Superman.
Stop snitching.
Oh, hush, baby. You heard about the little Rachel Zegler thing, whatever?
You know I have.
Yes. All she had to do was show respect. I'm talking about if she going, you know what I'm saying? If she didn't like it, just be like, okay, you know what?
Poor thing. Stop snitching.
Stitches wear stitches.
Did we get in here?
Yeah, one and...
Interrupt your TV. $1 trying to get some bread.
Alright.
Stop snitching.
Whatever. My baby will interrupt me in my darn video. But anywho. But yeah. Hold on. That's what I was saying, man. Look. Her making these fans mad. I'm talking about mad, big mad. What she thought gonna happen? This movie was created. I mean, the original Snow White animated movie was created back in 1937. I think it's in the 30s, something like that. I think it's 37. Don't quote me on that. Just going off the top. I'm gonna tell you, I'm a black man. I have Spanish in me. I have, Irish, got Swedish in me. You know what I'm saying? Look, with all the nationality that's in me, if I see something I like, I like. Okay? Look, I like the original Snow White movie. You know what I'm saying? I like Black Panther. I like Wizard of Oz. I like The Wiz. Do you understand what I'm trying to say, y'all? Trying to tell y'all people? You know what I'm saying? What I'm trying to say is that like what you like. If you want to change whatever movie it is, I'm talking about like if you want to do your take on it. Like if they want to do their own take on Snow White, you can just call it Snow. Come up with a name of it. Okay, like they did Snow White with what you call it? Was it Snow White and the the Huntsman or Woodsman or something like that, whatever. I wanna say the guy that played is what you call it, my boy. Hemsworth. Played as Thor. He was the one that was in the movie or whatever. What I'm trying to say is that if you wanted to do it, you could have done it the way you wanted. You could have did it the way you did it, without crapping on the other movie. And I watched something earlier about what Ja Rule, whatever. They had he was on the podcast where I forget the podcast that he was on. But they was talking to him about the beef about him and 50 Cent. And he was saying is that 50 Cent, when he started, in which he actually did do this, instead of him going off his own merits and doing his own music and doing all that, which he did do that, but he would talk about other artists, like drag other artists down to pull himself up. You know what I'm saying? Ja Rule said I ain't gotta do that. My music speaks for myself. Speaks for itself. My music speaks for myself. For itself. I don't have to sit up there and drag another man down, another black people down, person down, a white person down, a Spanish person down, whoever, another human being down, just to validate myself. If I'm good, it's gonna speak for itself. The content is gonna speak for itself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna sit up there and crap on no other YouTuber. I'm just gonna sit up and do what I gotta do. And then learn along the way. And just grow my channel and grow my different brand or whatever I'm doing on my own. Don't have to sit up there and say, oh, he ain't this, he ain't that. A lot of times if I say stuff like that, whatever, I'm going to say it to them in their face. And a lot of times if I'm saying stuff like that, that's what me and that man got going on, what that person got going on in between each other. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not out there just, oh, I'm just, every time I would say I'm in a movie or I'm doing a video, I'm doing a song or something like that, whatever, I'm down in the person that's up there on the top. You know what I'm saying? Like when Michael Jackson's doing his thing, MC Hammer was doing his thing, Tupac was doing his thing. And I was just up and coming, but that guy, he was the man at that time. I'm pulling him down to bring myself up. Don't gotta do that. And that's what I feel like she's doing. You know, she don't realize she's doing it. She's just young. I'm talking about Ziegler, Rachel Zegler. She don't know she's doing it. She's young. But that's what's going on with these kids now. You know what I'm saying? Not all of them are doing it, but a lot of them are. Some of them are desensitized. Sometimes they just sit up there and just think about what they're doing. They don't look at what happened in the past. A lot of them do. I see a lot of these young kids doing that with it. See, I work for school district, so you know what I'm saying? I see it. But you got a lot of these kids that sit up there and they don't really respect what came before them. Like, see, I'm a Michael Jordan fan. I'm a Stephen Curry fan. I'm an Allen Iverson fan. Charles Barkley, all the time. I mean, I can keep on going on Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, you know, I'm going on Isaiah Thomas, whatever. You feel me? Kobe Bryant, Anthony Hardaway, Shaquille O'Neal, Keem Olajuwon. I keep on naming names. Love basketball. That's one genre I love. I mean, I love football too. I have sports or whatever. But I've noticed a lot of people like LeBron James fans. Not all fans do this, but majority of his fans do this. They'll want to knock and talk about Michael Jordan and bring him down to raise LeBron up. When Michael Jordan was doing his thing, he didn't have to do that. And his fans didn't have to do that. He was just doing his thing, and we just said he was great. They didn't start calling him the GOAT until he retired. I'm talking about completely. You get what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to say is that they will pull this man down. Me and Michael Jordan now. So they can boost LeBron. And to me, it's like, run your own race. And what you have accomplished is going to speak for itself. You know what I'm saying? Girl's young. You know what I'm saying? Miss Rachel, Ziegler, whatever, that's playing Snow White. She's young. All them comments she made, she really need a PR person or somebody that's in her life. I don't care if it's a boyfriend, I don't care if it's a mama, her daddy, auntie, uncle, grandparent, whatever, friend or something like that. Someone in her life to say, hey, don't say this, don't say that. Because the first time she said it, someone should say, hey. You gonna get a bad backlash from this. A lot of Snow White fans. Do you get what I'm saying? Just imagine if Henry Cavill said that. Man, I ain't really like Superman, something like that. Man, actually, I was really scared of him when I was growing up as a kid. Okay, why are you playing the dude, man? Why are you playing Superman? If Superman scared you, guess what? Certain things that scared me when I was younger, I ain't trying to play them when I get older. And then if I do play them, guess what? I have a more respect for it. Because why? I respect what came before me. Because I'm playing an icon. I don't care if it's in a horror movie. I don't care if it's an action movie. I don't care if it's in a fantasy. I don't care if it's in a love movie, a romantic movie, whatever. I respect the genre. I respect what came before me. That's the first thing. You got to show respect. And that's why I brought up LeBron James and his fans. That's why I brought up different little points of it, whatever. Because when you start disrespecting the older heads, start calling people like Michael Jordan, all Michael Jordan, all the people and all the players he played against was like firemen and plumbers and stuff. That's insulting, man. Really? That's what you gonna say? See, you might have tried to get away with that when Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain days, because there wasn't that many teams. You might can get away with it. Because the NBA was in the early stages. You know what I'm saying? The NBA only been around for maybe like a good 10 years. You feel me? But you can't get away with that type of stuff in the 80s and 90s. Come on, dude. There's some killers that was playing, man. Some downright dogs start playing. Some of these players now couldn't hold a candle to them dudes back in the day. No, you know what's gonna happen? LeBron James gonna retire. 10 years from now, they're gonna be a young up and coming kids, got their own little era now. It's happening now in the NBA right now. Name one person that LeBron James played with in his era that's still playing right now. Curry's not in his era. Curry came after him. I'm talking about in his era. I'm talking about people like Dwayne Wade, Pau Gasol, Chris Bosh, Carmelo Anthony. You know what I'm saying? Those was in his era. See, what Curry is to LeBron is what LeBron was to Kobe. Do you get what I'm saying? Because LeBron wasn't in Kobe's era. In Kobe's era was Kevin Garnett, Allen Iverson, Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, people like that. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Paul Pierce was like in the middle like that, but I put Paul there a little bit. No, I'm gonna put Paul. Yeah, I got put him there. He's coming on the end of it. But Vince Carter, Tracy McGrady, that was in Kobe's era. But what I'm saying is that wait till he gets older. 10 years from now. I'm talking about after he retires. 10 years from now. I wouldn't give it that long. It's gonna be a kid that's gonna say the same thing that they saying about Michael Jordan. But it's gonna be worse. See, it's karma, baby. See, when you don't show respect to the people before you and your greats, when you coming along, there's gonna be somebody that's gonna say it to you. Look, I get it now. I was that young dude. But I respected my elders. Even though I didn't, I still had some friends of mine or my, colleagues or people that was in my age that respect the elders. But even at that, I still had a kid that's coming to my, oh man, so I had to say something to him a little bit. Oh, young real stuff, but you don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? But we know how to say something to him in a nice and reverse psychology, smooth way for them to understand is that, hey, respect the errors. Every error was good. Just because you didn't see it doesn't mean it wasn't good. And it didn't happen as great as your guy that you love right now. Because there was guys that when I was coming on, I'm looking at Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was in his heyday, just like LeBron. People was like, I had men that was my age at that time talking about how great Wilt was. How great Kareem. You know what I'm saying? But I had to dream about Kareem. I saw Kareem play. Because he was still in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? I'm born in 1980. You feel me? So I could see that. I can remember that. Because he was still playing. I'm talking people that weren't playing. Like Bill Russell had been retired. But Chamberlain had been retired. I wasn't even born yet when they retired. You get what I'm saying? So I had to just take what this man was saying off of face value. Off of just what he's telling me. Never forget, my dad took me and my brother, we just started playing basketball, something like that. I was in middle school. I started late, you know what I'm saying? Played basketball when I was younger, but I'm talking about playing for a team. I was like in the 6th, 7th grade. Dad took us to a park. Never forget it. The guy was out there shooting everything, looking like Wilt Chamberlain, had to look gear up and everything. And that was his dude. Like how Michael Jordan's my dude, and how some of these young kids and LeBron's their dude. And then guess what? There's some people that KD's their dude. Talking about Kevin Durant. Some young people I talk to right now, Stephen Curry's their dude. The point I'm making is that no matter who's your dude and whatever era you in, people that love Kobe, that's their dude. You get what I'm saying? You still respect the elders and what came before you. Because if that didn't come before you, still, where'd you get what you got? And even at that, even if you started, respect the people that started. Because you want someone to respect what you did and what you're doing right now. So why, going back to this young girl, Rachel Zegler, should show respect about Snow White and the people that create Snow White and how big an icon Snow White is. She wouldn't be getting all this backlash. Now, okay, because they was changing certain things, some people was going to see it. I put it this way: there's going to be people that weren't going to see it anyway because they like the original. They like what they like. Boom, boom, whatever. But guess what? Because they Snow White fans, they would still went to see it. Then you got some people that was like, okay, you know what? I don't like the little change or whatever, knowing that she's an actress, she don't have no control about what they're changing because she's not the writer, she's not the producer, she's not the director. Okay? She's not the company, she's not Disney. She's just the actress, she's just playing a role. There's some people that would came to the movie because they liked her. She did another thing before she got this part. So now, so she just said all. Now them people that would have supported her, them vanished. Look, y'all, this might be the biggest flaw in Disney history with this darn movie. I'm telling you, because she shot herself in the foot. And what she should have did was just, it don't matter what you think about the older movie, the original Snow White movie. But because you said and gave these people your opinion, and you were bold with it, and condescending with it, this is why, if this thing flops, and which I know it will, because it's almost like a 99.9% chance I feel like this thing gonna flop, is because, not because of what the content might be, and because y'all changed it, that might be a little bit a part of it. But you done guarantee this flop. I don't know what you thinking. But that's what I'm saying. A lot of these young people don't think. They just sit up here and just go and they think that they just yeah, understand. Because you just, well, you're young like that, I've been there. You're young like that, you think you know everything. You're out there, you just, you know what I'm saying, you're gun hole ready. Yeah. Take on the world. And sometimes you put your foot in your mouth. That's why I say she needs somebody older or needed somebody that was right there to say, hey, chill out. You know what I'm saying? That's why you need some of them elders. You need some friends. Somebody. It ain't had to be somebody that was like your mom and dad. That could have been an older brother, older cousin, somebody like that. Someone at least 10 years old. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it might be somebody that's only 2 or 3 or 4 years older than you. Just have that wisdom. I always want to talk to people. Just tell you something. Say, hey, man, hey, chill out. Let me say that. Hey, I ain't gonna keep on preaching like that, whatever. I might make a part 2 about this, but yeah. Hey, you look, this you're right here talking with Garthaniel. If you like what I'm saying and my content's right there and what I'm preaching about, I'm talking about with y'all tonight, please like, subscribe, and comment. Give me your thoughts. And I'll catch y'all on next go round. Peace.